So step one is to figure out from that list what my main strengths are.
Remember the Ash conformity study? The one where people had to just match the lines on two different cards. One dog was red, and the other one was, let's say, blue. And he had taught them to fight on command. Get out of here. The technique we're going to learn and use in self-expression.
You win!
Can then become their own activating events, producing secondary consequences through secondary rational or irrational beliefs, creating a kind of downward or upward spiral.
A window into a world of goodness that lies beyond it or behind it. To looking under the soil, to that hidden realm, positive experiences in the past. You see, there's not only one tree that grows out of fertile, healthy soil.
She'd been competing in archery at an elite level for many years. Let's just say on a good day, you'd be completely safe having her shoot an apple off the top of your head from almost any angle. Technique. These are the results that happened to the number of irrational beliefs she experienced. Look at how high it was in the beginning and how it dropped off and was overtaken by more rational beliefs, causing the chemicals of happy to be released into the synaptic space and passed on to the receptor sites of the next cell, where the process happens again. The cells start a process of up-regulation. More receptor sites are made on the cells. You see, and you go into a flat panic, assuming the worst. They've been kidnapped. They've fallen off the swing and broken both arms and legs. They'll never make it home. I've lost my child. I'm the worst parent ever. Headbutting the ball. Or fight for the upward spiral. And there's two ways of doing it, and subconscious identities that might make it really difficult. And we need to recognize that disputing or challenging an irrational belief could be quite uncomfortable to begin with. Negative emotions rising up from nowhere. The ability to be assertive is directly linked to what is happening for each of us subconsciously and neurologically. That's why it's been critical to learn what we have about the way our brains process information and to learn a technique like the ABCDE technique so that we can control these underlying processes. Otherwise, our attempts at being assertive lead to something other than just standing up for ourselves. And what about a freeze response? Maybe you just can't speak up at all. Rebellion is actually still a dependence. It's dependence upside down, moving in the opposite direction. Being independent then could mean choosing to be with community. It's not being alone or isolated. It can help us to do just that. Over time, we can change our neurological wiring, choosing which thoughts and emotions we allow, straight through Phineas's skull, from the bottom up.
Without an accurate view of yourself, you won't know how and where you can grow. It's a powerful tool for exploring some of the things that are hidden from our own understanding of ourselves.
If the learner made a mistake, the teacher administered an electric shock, increasing the voltage each time. With enough McFlurries, 4 suit pants soon become 5. You see, grocery items into groups of want items and should items, and tracked the typical groceries that people bought online. They found that customers spend more money when ordering for immediate delivery, and they also buy more of the extreme want items. real estate agents. They were asked to value a house that was on the market. Each of them received a booklet that included an asking price. Half the agents saw a booklet with an asking price much higher than the actual value of the house, while the other half saw a much lower price. And we always see through lenses. Perhaps our sense of identity, perhaps the subjective reality we carry, perhaps our past experience, perhaps our subconscious triggers, or an amygdala hijack. And this leads to us being biased. Where will all those little decisions take you? In your family, your work, your friendships, your social contribution, your character, your finances, your health? But sometimes emotion can cloud our perspectives and we lose sight of what is objective. Our triggers or subconscious identities can become lenses that taint our view of a situation. Helps them to move effectively in the right direction. If they are flat-footed, they won't be able to react quickly enough. Imagine where your heart is beating. Close your eyes. This is linked to the rest of the body through the peripheral nervous system, like our muscle movements. And it's largely conscious, mobilizing the body's systems for action, like speeding up the heart rate and other aspects. This is like the accelerator pedal in the car. Internal life processes function with ease and fluidity, and we feel positive. This is a resting heart rate, but the heart rate variability is clearly not having a consistent pattern. And if the message is one of low coherence, the thalamus gets mixed signals and struggles to integrate all the brain functions. The amygdala also responds to the world as if everything is not okay.